Morning, Watson. Here I am after a couple months hiatus on the YouTube front, but we're here, I'm filming, and I had a great idea for this return video. I was going to talk about iCarly, sort of revisit the youth and go a little bit meta related to YouTube while on YouTube. Unfortunately, since filming that video earlier this week, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, surprising, and I've changed my opinion that I voiced on the YouTube front, so I'm here to re-film and hopefully actually upload and get this YouTubing back on track. Of course, that being said, you didn't see the video I filmed, so you don't really know what my opinion is that I'm slightly changing. So let me rehash a bit. Earlier this week, I read an article that was about a recent survey that they had done with about 3,000 kids between the ages of 8 and 12. And they found that only about 11% of kids want to be astronauts, which on its own, I did not find very shocking. But what the articles found shocking was that about 30% of kids said they wanted to be YouTubers. And this was in the UK and the US, where in China the figures were very different. And the articles were very negative. They were like, why this is so appalling, why YouTubers are the worst, why it's such an inane career choice, which I still don't agree with that. But what happened after I filmed my video talking about this article is I watched this video by a YouTuber that I don't actually usually watch, simply Nailogical. But it was a good video, of course, links below to articles and video. She was doing a response video to the most viewed back-to-school advice videos. So really meta here because I'm filming a video about a video where she was watching video, I know. But it was really enlightening because I feel like I watch a lot of YouTube, which by default I thought meant I watched YouTubers. But in this, when she was watching like these most viewed YouTubers, I was like, I don't know any of these people, and they are definitely inane, to say the least, and pretty disappointing. And they're probably the YouTubers that the demographic in question, sort of these kids and probably into teenagers, actually watch on YouTube. Which was definitely disappointing because suddenly I realized, I'm like, oh, if these are the YouTubers that kids are saying they want to grow up and be, maybe I should be more concerned by the newfound statistics. So I definitely want to pause and take a moment to say YouTube is an amazing platform, and there are many great YouTubers on here, and not even the ones that are doing Sideshow or Crash Course, or obviously I just only quoted 2 green projects, but you know what I mean? There are people on here that are doing entertaining material that I think is still good and alright for kids to want to watch and aspire to. And even in regards to simply Nailogical, who again is not a YouTuber I usually watch, it was a good video and she had a great message, and I definitely want to reiterate it, that kids should be staying in school and be engaged in school, because all these popular YouTubers, like back to school advice, was so negative. And they're just saying like, oh, high school is the worst and school is the worst and just look pretty and like be popular. And it's like, oh my gosh, how can we still be saying this kind of advice that's so movie stereotypical and just out of date? Because school is not the worst, and high school is the simplest time in your life where all you need to do is study and learn and dream about the future and hang out with your friends. And kids should be way more enthusiastic about that. And I think if the people that they were viewing on YouTube was saying this to them, they just would be more enthusiastic. Oop. So to try and sum up this return video, I have 2 major points I want to say. The first is that genuinely, I think YouTuber is an okay profession to want to pursue. I'm definitely not going to say that I think overall it's always going to be a lesser choice than being an astronaut, although obviously being an astronaut is a great career choice, and if you want to do that, do it. And I just hope that these kids also do explore other career paths. My second point is I have been to a lot of school, and I don't think that that alone makes me a more qualified voice on the internet to put out my opinion. But I just want to make a conscious effort to try and put out some good material and to point out things that I've learned and observed and how that's made me feel. And I just want to have fun and be creative, but hopefully in a way that if anybody should watch it besides you, Watson, that they would maybe learn something, or at least, you know, say that kind of YouTuber is not inane. They're trying to, you know, be creative and throw clay and get better at something that they don't naturally do. Anyway, that is my clay throw for today. You will understand that, and if people don't understand it, go watch Hank Green's videos. All that being said, I still might revisit my iCarly topic because the crux of it was very interesting, and it's been quite an exploration to deep dive back into my childhood and watch iCarly. So I have thoughts about that. But till next week.